Hey guys, welcome back to Electrical Car Repair Live. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing to the channel. Today will be super helpful video to any of you having a Ford C-Max, Ford Fusion, Lincoln MKZ with a hybrid or hybrid energy, guys. And if you have an oil leak, you want to know where you can develop oil leaks, common oil leaks, stay with us, we'll cover that in this video today. We mentioned these three cars simply because they use the same engine, same transmission in all these three models. Before we start, let me tell you a little bit about us, guys. Every single car we get here at the garage, we try to make at least 2 to 300 free repair videos. Why we do that? Simply because our mission at the shop is to save you as much money as we can. All we need in return, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, that way we can keep making these absolutely free videos. Another thing, if you want to save quite a bit of money on car parts, tools, anything for your car, guys, check out the link in the description of the video below. That's where we get all our tools and supplies from. So let's go ahead and start on it now. So let's go ahead, open the hood. We're going to show you a few things that we have, guys. Okay, perfect, we support it. Now let's start with the oil leaks on the back. So we're going to go ahead and remove the upper engine cover. So if you see, if you have guys energy or C-Max hybrid Ford Fusion Lincoln MKZ will look exactly the same. So I'm going to go ahead and remove these things so we can show you the oil leaks, guys, that can develop on top of the engine. Then we'll go underneath since the vehicle is in the air, so we can show you that. If you want to see how to remove the upper engine cover, we will do this step by step that can teach you how to do that. Places where you can easily develop oil leaks, guys, okay, is a fading valve cover gasket, and ours started getting a little bit wet right here, you can see. So valve cover gasket, when it starts leaking, you'll start dripping oil on the engine block. It will be very noticeable when it's actually leaking on the back side, and often it can get better on the back side because the exhaust is there, it's exposed to more heat, it will drip on the exhaust, and you may experience, okay, kind of like burning oil smell through the heater. So if it smells like burning oil, it's most likely bad valve cover gasket that's dripping on the exhaust, guys. Another thing that you can develop on oil leak, the valve cover gasket, when it fails, it might fill up the spark plug wells, the holes, with engine oil. So if you start developing this fire, or you remove the ignition coil and you see engine oil on the coil or around the spark plug, that's a bad valve cover gasket. Also, this is the VCT solenoid for Ford, variable continuous timing solenoid. So you have a gasket here as well. If you're replacing the valve cover gasket, don't forget about this one. Now, also, guys, right here you have a camshaft position sensor. You have an O-ring that if it goes bad, you can start getting a little bit wet here, but not too much. Other places where you can develop an oil leak is the timing cover. This is for the timing chain right here. If the engine has been worked on, it's easy, okay, to develop an oil leak right here where the timing cover meets the engine block and the cylinder head as well. So you will be able to kind of like see it from the side and find out, okay, if it's coming from there or not. Now, other places for common oil leaks, guys, okay, if you come underneath, we have an oil leak from the transmission actually on ours. Yep, right here you can see that's the oil leak. But if you pay attention, here you have the oil filter. Make sure the oil filter is tight, it's not loose, okay. Around the oil filter you have the oil pressure sensor, oil pressure switch right there. So that switch, if it's loose, it can leak. You have a gasket where the oil filter housing attaches to the engine block. So if it's probably taken apart, you can develop a leak there as well. Another thing for older engines will be the oil pan gasket, okay, and ours started leaking at 82,000 miles. Okay, you can see this is our oil pan gasket, guys, started leaking, so it will need to be fixed. Now, let's see now, other places, guys, will be the oil drain plug, okay, that can cause oil leaks in some cases as well. And lastly, guys, okay, not lastly, actually, right here you have the crankshaft pulley. Behind it you have the front crankshaft seal. If you're dripping oil from here, okay, from the pulley, that means from that front crankshaft seal. If you have engine oil leaking from inside between the transmission and the engine, okay, that means bad rear main crankshaft seal as well. So you guys can actually easily fix oil leaks by using the leaky moly additive, or you can reduce the amount of oil leaks significantly. We used it in the past, it works amazing. I'll put the link in the description of the video below where you can get it from. I wasn't a believer until I used the leaky moly additives, and they're amazing. Hopefully the video will be helpful. Thank you for watching and see you next time.